Hi, Dr. Chanuz. It's me. I'm back again for another session with you for Scarlet Microneedling this time at Novel You Wellness and Medical Spa. And I was hoping you could tell me a little bit more about what's the difference between traditional microneedling and RF microneedling.
Welcome back, our audience. We are happy to have you today, and I know this might be a question for a lot of our audience that when they need to choose the traditional microneedling, which mainly has been done with the esthetician outside, and the RF microneedling. So, wonderful question. Let's have a comparison. So basically, traditional microneedling is mainly for collagen production. They're very tiny needle that create the micro injuries to stimulate your own healing process and collagen. This is mainly best for large pores, mild acne, and mainly for very fine line. But let's go back to RF microneedling. This is more of the higher level that delivery the energy, the warming energy to actually heat your collagen band and create more of the tightening on that level. Okay. Now let's talk about the RF microneedling. RF microneedling having a controlled heat energy that goes deeper layer to your skin, and it causes that thermal stimulation can promote the deeper collagen stimulation and remodeling, and the skin will get tighter. So not only we are stimulating the collagen building, but we are making the bands tighter. So this is more for moderate to deep wrinkles or loose and saggy skin, especially on jaws, neck, and jawline, for a stretch mark, for deep acne scars and pitted scars, and overall skin tightening. It can happen in your face, it can happen in the body. So these are the difference. So I would say if you want to consider RF microneedling, you should be a little bit older, not for the younger generation, and have these indications that I just discussed with you. So let's have a comparison between the traditional pen microneedling compared with the RF microneedling. So traditional pen, depending the manufacturer, may come with different tips, and this tip can be included with different needles. Definitely the needle have different size and diameter, and you can adjust the speed, and of course you can adjust the depth of the needle that's going into your skin. Now let's talk about the RF microneedling. So again, depends on the manufacturer. The size of the tip can be different. Of course, the needles are more advanced. Some of them covered by gold, so they're gold-plated needle. The depth can be adjusted. The energy level can be adjusted. So this is the main difference between the pen and with the RF needling, that the RF will release the energy, and with the machine, we can adjust that energy level. Of course, the depth can be adjusted even more. The traditional pen do not go beyond 2.5 millimeter in depth, but the RF microneedling can go beyond that number. So it depends on the area that we are working on. The depth of the needle can be adjusted. The machine depends on manufacturer again, may have the mode, may have the speed, may have the depth, may have the number of the needling that can be shown up, and of course the power of the energy release to be shown and can be adjusted. So basically these are the main difference between these two microneedling.
So Dr. Chanuz, I have to ask then, what is the difference now between the number of sessions required for traditional microneedling versus RF microneedling? Is it a lot more sessions?
So I would say because we are targeting different things with these two different modalities, there are going to be difference between the sessions. For the traditional pen needling, we are aiming to have the healing process activation. So that basically needs up to 2 to 4 sessions, 1 month apart, and doesn't really depend on your age. But for RF microneedling, we have a certain protocol that aim your age and tight your collagen based on your age. So if a 40-year-old person needs the same amount of session for the collagen production and the skin tightening as a 60-year-old, does it make sense to you? So that's why we are making this session based on your age, and we're creating a tailored schedule based on your skin tone and based on your age. So it can vary between 4 to 6 sessions to begin with.
So what about downtime? Could I go back in public, go to my job? What is the aftercare that you suggest?
Very good question. I'm sure this is your question. Downtime with pen microneedling definitely would be less than the RF microneedling. Again, we are talking about more advanced, a little bit more invasive procedure when we are talking about the technology involved, protocol. So with pen microneedling, overnight would be enough for you to recover. With RF microneedling, sometimes you may need 1 to 2 days of recovery. Again, all depends on your skin type, on your age, and on your routine healing process. A lot of our patients would still be able to go back to work the day after without any problem. The other thing that I always advise for my patient would be EXO-E or a kind of use of healing product post-procedure. So exosomes are well known for their healing factors, and on top, they are stimulating your collagen production better. So in our office, we always use plant-based exosome called EXO-E in this market for faster recovery time for you to be able to resume your routine a day after your procedure with no downtime.
So I have another question. We are talking about the face, the neck. Can RF microneedling be used effectively on other parts of the body?
Wonderful question again, Jackie. If you remember, we were talking about weight loss on our previous session, that how saggy will be the skin all over of your body, especially your arms or your thigh after a quick weight loss, and how we can consider to use modalities like RF microneedling simultaneously with your weight loss to handle the problem. So either you're considering to have the weight loss, or this is just the nature aging process. Yes, you can do the RF microneedling all over the body to help the saggy skin and create a tightened skin overall. So watch me now in action on Jackie's face and neck. Watch my technique and see my adjustment when I'm making with RF microneedling, and follow me during this session. Achieving optimal results requires both advanced technology and expert technique. SCARLET RF microneedling treatments must be personalized to match skin tone, texture, elasticity, age, and underlying volume. Precise adjustments to needle depth and energy levels based on each treatment area are key to maximizing outcomes. Fortunately, with a SCARLET RF, we can safely and effectively treat all the skin tones from fair to dark and all ages, regardless of gender. The needle tips are designed to adapt to the natural curves of the face and body, ensuring full and consistent contact with the skin surface. Okay, it seems that we're almost done.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chanuz, and I'll see you next session.
Looking forward into. So for you that have been watching us today, if there is any further question, there is a link on bottom of this video, so you can get your question answers. It connects you to our blog in regarding of the difference between traditional and RF microneedling, and you follow us, and if there is more question, please ask us. We can always answer your question.